It's a good match. I feel like when you have like the kind of like I'm more strict and uptight and just like don't let loose and I have to have everything a certain way.
And I always
then
told the
he's
cops
the one
it was
that's
my
like
fault.
literally running around the house acting like a giant man gorilla thinking it's funny.
So we're actually live.
Yeah.
To be fair, I actually chased a lady down the road acting like a gorilla. So.
Yeah, no, he's got some issues, but he can't be mad.
Danielle, introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Danielle Richardson, my husband. We've been together for about 10 years. We got 4 kids together. I don't know. Just background or?
That was perfect. That was awesome. This is a special day. We've been working towards this. Tell me what we're doing today.
Doing the all-in-4 top and bottom. Super excited. It's been something I found you guys on YouTube about 3 years ago because I started looking at kind of implants and stuff, just options, because it had gotten to the point where it was going to be a lot, not just like a small cosmetic thing. And I really just wanted something where I was put out and woke up and it was done, because you feel like you're chasing your tail for so long. You go in and you spend a couple $1,000s and you get some done and then you leave and you still have issues. It's still not where you want it to be, and it gets very discouraging, and it gets hard to do that all the time. And so I found out about all-in-4 and then came across you guys, and it kind of was something that I just dove down the rabbit hole. I think we watched every YouTube video you could ask him. I get ready. I get ready in the morning and I just watch the videos while I get ready, and I've watched a lot of them numerous times. I was even doing it probably till about 2:00 this morning.
Oh no, I felt
so. I didn't have to drive, so. But yeah, definitely you guys do such a great job at making everyone feel comfortable. And I was telling him part about going to the dentist is like just feeling shitty about it and not feeling like, you're made to feel bad about it, even if it's nothing that you have control over. So it's nice that you guys literally deal with this all the time, and it's just something that you work really hard to make sure that people leave feeling good and confident. So that means a lot, like a big part of it, honestly.
I love it. There's so much there that you said. I just appreciate it. Like I feel like this guy here is bursting with something to say. What do you?
No,
I love it. You're just like me. You're just like, I gotta see something.
I'm just glad. I know, like, it sucks when you have to sit there and see, like, especially during the winter when she's like in excruciating pain. There's not really much you can do. So I'm glad that I was able to get the money, because it's like the one thing.
Yeah, the helplessness. I think for any husband is not. Even though he doesn't fully understand like how painful it is, like it's undeniable.
I just didn't want to get yelled at anymore.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
He's like, if I can alleviate this one area, he's like, winter's coming, we got to get it done, because it's something about the cold air. It just puts pressure on the sinuses and just starts causing so many more issues. And I mean, it's to the point where there's days where it's like I can't go into work. It's bad. So.
Yeah, her with her teeth and me with my knees. Our kids think we're broken.
We are broken. We are. Then give them something to look forward to.
So the journey into my office has been a long thought out process. It sounds like
about 3 years.
3 years, kind of researching it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you read the comments on YouTube, they're just like, it's insane to spend this kind of money on your teeth. Why is it worth it for you? Why? I mean. What's holding you back? What is it?
Like I said, you go in and spend $1,800, $1,200. How much are braces? Like, and every time I went in, so I was born with bad teeth genetically. Even my dentist was like, "You don't have tartar, you don't have plaque, you just have bad teeth." And my mom and dad both had it. And after I had the twins, they literally just started deteriorating. Like, I mean, even since I got impressions, like I was eating, and I told them, I was like, they're still literally crumbling. But I went in to go get it fixed, and then you have root canals and then crowns and caps and all this stuff that costs $1,200 a piece. And then I had to get teeth removed before they would let me get braces. And then I had to wait until my wisdom teeth came in, and then you have to get your wisdom teeth removed. And when you really tack up how much you're throwing at your teeth and never getting ahead of the game, this is a small price to pay, and it's a permanent solution. It's not something where I'm going to get it fixed and then a little bit later it's going to keep deteriorating. When you have teeth that are just kind of doomed, I mean, you get baby teeth, then you get adult teeth, and then you're done. You don't get another shot at it. So once they've kind of reached the point where mine are, like, it is worth it to me. Like, it's this or a car. Cars depreciate in value. They go down. I did want a BMW X5. I'm perfectly happy compromising on that, but it's your smile, it's your teeth. It is literally your confidence. You can be the best looking person in the world and have bad teeth, and that's all anyone ever sees. And it is a lot. And, you know, and I deal with a lot of customers and people, and I like to feel confident about myself, and vain or not, that's worth the price. I mean, I even told our friends and family, I was like, I don't even comment on how much I'm spending on it, because it's not your money, not your business. To me, this is a very great investment. I love that he was very much okay with it, because some people would be like, we're not spending that on that. But
well, we were just taught, like, this morning when I was pulling up directions, I showed the Yelp reviews, and it was all like, oh, who pays us much? And it's like, what's your loved one? And like that can literally change their attitude every day, like their confidence and everything. Like,
well, and your health, we have bad blood pressure in my family, stuff like that. I mean, it really does take a toll on so many other things. I put on so much weight just because I can only eat bread and pasta. Like, that's pretty much
carb diet.
What you can eat. I mean, salad, it doesn't hurt to eat, but it's cold, and the cold hurts. And you really just limit so much on what you can eat. Like, you can ask me, I've been going around the house, I'm like, I'm going to be able to eat this soon, and I'm going to be able to eat this, and this isn't going to hurt my teeth. I was telling him I was so sad I couldn't have coffee after surgery. And he goes, you can have iced coffee. And I was like, no, the cold will hurt my... No, it won't. I can have iced coffee. So that's worth it right there. It's no more. I even told him, I said, even though I'm not in thriving pain all the time, I always have a dull pain. So to just be done with that, like, I was all, what if I'm like Mary Poppins after I get this done? I'm going to be so nice.
I told her we'll get a little bit of the mean back.
I was like, what if that's why I'm so cranky all the time? I'm just in pain. I'm probably
going to be nice to see you smile all the time too.
Yeah, it will. Because I mean, I got the temporary veneers, which I wear when I go out, and they press on, and it's nice, and it gets me through, and it allows me to do my job and everything. But it's not like, I literally won't answer the door without it, and it sucks to sit there and think about it. I mean, that's just a temporary fix, and everything's just deteriorating underneath. It's not something I can eat and function with. It's just a cosmetic temporary Band-Aid.
It comes in and out, right?
Yeah, it literally. See, and it actually broke too. So.
You look like Bob when you pull it out.
Bob, I know.
Bob the dog.
Yeah, it literally just snaps in, and I got that for.
So it's kind of like a Band-Aid.
It is, it's everything
helps
underneath.
Get you just through it. You just basically are trying to cope with what you have, but a long-term solution.
Yeah, it's not like I said. They broke already, and so now it's kind of in two pieces. But I mean, when you snap it in there, but with my teeth crumbling, it won't hold in there much longer. Mm-hmm. So, and I mean, that was. What, $800?
Yeah,
around there.
So $800 Band-Aid. I mean, and it's lasted a few years, but I think they're told about 5 is what their shelf life.
One of the things that it's funny how you just remember certain conversations. The first time we got on a Zoom call, I just remember, like, the impression I got was this gal has a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and it's fake.
So tell me about that. Do you feel like you have to kind of because you feel?
I mean, part of it is I've done customer service so long, and I mean, it's partly selling yourself, and I mean, that's so hard to do if you don't feel good about yourself. So to sit there and have something that you're not confident in, and and like, my mom is a super confident person, but she always laughs like this. And so I'm sorry, that was really hard because she got her teeth fixed at 36, and then she passed away right after. So it was hard to watch someone so confident always really feel bad about herself. And I just don't want my kids to look at me like that, because I do see that their self-esteem suffers because they see that I'm not confident.
Yeah.
So I do try and work on it, but I know that this will help, because it's pretty much this and the weight gain are pretty much the only thing that I really want to work on. But
I can help the weekend.
Yeah, I'm not going to the gym with you.
The impression I kind of left when we talked the first time was, if I can give her some new teeth, she'll be a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Because you already have this confidence, but it takes a lot from within.
Yeah,
I can see that, and that's what I'm excited. To me, it's like, I can give anybody teeth, but to give them a new perspective and just that, like, true confidence where you walk into any room and you can own it, right?
Yeah. I try to tell her that all the time. Like, she'll say, like, oh, like, I'm not going to get this promotion or stuff like that. I was like, you just got to, like, you got it.
Yeah, you're definitely the biggest cheerleader. He's like, when have you not gotten it? And I'm like, well, this might be the one time that I don't get it. I mean, even with this, I'm like, something's going to happen. Something's going to fall through. The car's going to break down. We're going to have to reschedule. And he's like, no, it's fine. We're going. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I would rather be like kind of brace for the letdown than get my hopes up. And he's very much the opposite. No.
Mr. Optimistic.
Yes, very much
Gotta
so.
go big or
Like
go home.
obnoxiously so.
Good for you.
But
I love that.
it's a good balance. So yeah, I'm always the one that's like, I don't think I should go for this promotion. He's like, you would get it, just go for it. And so he always pushes me to do that. So, and he's definitely really pushed to make this happen too. You're so sweet.
So the way you feel about your mom is how you feel about her, right? You don't want her to suffer. That's
Yeah.
why you're.
I saw, and a lot of it. One of the things that we connected a lot when we first met is I lost my dad 3 days before I came home from boot camp, and my dad had a lot of health issues, not necessarily teeth, but he didn't really take the time to go in and follow through and fix it all. So, and it's hard to see someone you love like kind of have to deal with all that stuff. So, kind of gave me the extra like, nope, you're gonna get your ass in there and do it.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I love it. I've seen so many relationships over the years, and there's a lot of relationships where the spouse isn't supportive and they make them feel guilty. And, you know, I think it's awesome that you're setting an example. Both of you, you're supporting your wife to make herself feel important. And for your kids, you know, I tell my wife, she's here with us. This is my wife, but I have to push her to do things to invest. Like, she's not the woman that's going to go spend money on herself.
Yeah.
She's not the one that's going to take time. Like just last night, I was like forcing her to go have time with her sisters because
he does the same
so
thing.
much of her identity is she'll sacrifice for everyone. That's who she is. And I can tell that's who you are too. But the great thing is that because you're setting this example, you're telling your daughters that putting yourself first is a way of putting other people important too, right? Because you're your best self.
Because the better I feel, like I really does trickle down. If I'm miserable and unhappy and I snap at everyone and I'm not in a good mood, like he all the time is like, go out, have dinner with your friends. Like you need to take time to yourself. And he understands that, he's got to put the kids in bed and he's got to deal with stuff for a couple hours. But when I come home, I'm going to be in such a better mood. I'm not going to be short tempered and, kind of like being snippy or anything. So he understands that like that is worth it to let me be happy and take time for myself. And it's as a mom, it's just a mom thing. We really have a hard time. Like, I could go out and get that, couple $100 on a purse or something, or I could go and buy the kids new jeans. Like we're going to put the kids first. And so we very rarely ever do anything for ourselves. So it was a lot. I'm like, no, that's a lot of money. And he's like, I don't care. It's fine. We have it. We just borrowed all the equity of our house. But I mean, when we first found out, I was like, okay, well, what are our options? Because we wanted to make sure that I didn't want to put anyone else in a bad financial spot, but we were pretty smart about it and made sure that we were good. But it's a lot. But I mean, if it's something that is going to benefit your entire family so much, it's just worth making that happen.
And I think kids are around the same age as us. How old are you?
33.
36.
So so I'm 30. I turn 40 next week.
Oh,
big
that's
40.
exciting.
I'm already 40, married a woman.
I don't even
8 months difference.
Last night he's like, I swear to God, if you're in the bathroom pulling out gray hairs, I'm like, you leave me alone. You don't need to comment. He's blonde, it blends in, and he still complains about it. Mine's really dark, so it shows. Oh my God.
Well, I am so excited to get this party started. So we met on a Zoom call, and you came into town. We did some scans. We talked about your smile, but let's just review that one more time. What is it? Tell me again, so make sure I got it ingrained in my head. What is it that you want to see in your new smile?
So I want it to look realistic. I don't want anything fake. I mean, everyone does kind of, if you're spending this much on teeth, a lot of people are like, no, I want the whitest of the white, the straightest of the straight. Like, and I get it. I don't blame you. I just don't want anyone to look at me and kind of, second guess. I do want it to look natural. I loved Margot Robbie's teeth because she had that perfectly straight smile, but she had the sharper canines, and I felt like it just gave a more youthful look. I always liked that, the kind of bigger front teeth and the sharper canines. And I think I told you, like, it's kind of my version of like perfectly imperfect. Like it's just different enough to where it's realistic and it's still really nice looking and it's still a glamorous smile, but very youthful and pretty. So that's what I want. Okay. I want to eat also. I want real good food. Like I'm a foodie. No, In-N-Out's disgusting.
As far as the amount of gums that you showed, do you want to keep the amount? Do you want to reduce it a little bit? Tell me about that.
I don't really like gum showing. I am nervous too because of the fact that it's fake. I'm worried that it will look. I've seen them and they all look amazing. I've just never been into very gummy smiles, anyways, like the ones that I'm attracted to and drawn to. The smiles that I've noticed that I like, usually you really don't even see the bottom teeth and you don't see a lot of gum. So it's usually kind of a little bit bigger, like I was saying. So that's kind of what I like to go for.
Oh, I'm so excited! I have a longer list of things that are in my mind, but that's a nice little review. Okay, so in literally just a matter of about 20 minutes, Mike, is he already here?
He's here.
So our anesthesiologist is here. We're going to be going into surgery. Do you have any questions at all? Anything?
No, pseudoephedrine and steroids, do those start immediately after surgery? Tomorrow? Okay.
If you get some good food in you tonight, if you're feeling up to it,
That's
most
kind of
people
how
just
I'm wondering
don't.
how I'm supposed to eat.
I don't want you to be taking medicine on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is throwing up and creating more trauma on the tissue. And so most people just start tomorrow. Today you kind of get a break. Like I said, with the antibiotic, I said don't worry about today.
Yeah.
I want you to have that on your stomach. But so surgery will happen today, and then I anticipate it's going to take somewhere between 4 and 5 hours is typical.
Well, I just get like a phone call when it's done.
Yeah, we'll give you a call typically about an hour before we think that she's going to be coming up. Okay.
And how out of it should I anticipate being? Because I'm like picturing him carrying me through the lobby over his shoulder, and I'm like, that might not look good when you're checking into the hotel, but
They're
I
used to
haven't
going
shown up with
there.
them. Yeah, probably.
They haven't seen
I was
something.
like, but I was telling him in the videos from when people talk about how their night was after the surgery, it seems like it's like they seem like everything was pretty much fine. So
we'll put you in a wheelchair on your way out, but you'll be talking. You just won't remember it. Like I'll be saying hi, I'll give you a hug and all these things, and you'll seem like you're there, but most people will actually forget most of that. And you're like, yeah, no, he really did that. And so
grab his butt. Where are you going?
No.
Yeah, you're really awkward. But
I have seen some of those awkward videos.
Yes, that can
I'm like,
happen.
oh god, I would die.
The biggest thing for me is tonight, and this is why I know you're in good hands. This man, I can see the love that he has. I love that. I love that you're just so authentic. You're unapologetically just a man of love that wants to take care of his woman. But you're in good hands. But here's the biggest things that you got to make sure you do. Keep your head elevated. Okay, that's number one. Meaning that tonight, no matter what, you can't so get like 4 or 5 pillows at the hotel.
I also got an airplane pillow too
Perfect.
to kind of make sure that I don't do
If
this.
you lay on the side or you go flat, you're going to wake up like a chipmunk. It's not going to hurt the implants, but it'll just create this swelling that's going to last for a couple of weeks. So it's so make sure you keep your head elevated. When you're awake, I'd like to see you icing every 20 minutes. So you can go 20 minutes on one side, 20 minutes on the other side.
I got
a full
ice
face mask.
Perfect.
We got 2. I was like, so we can alternate them in the freezer
So
and
prepared.
just keep it iced.
You're like, oh my.
I'll build you. I'll build you a pillow fort on the side.
Yeah, you do that. Lots of practice from when you build forts for the kids. I'll be in good hands.
And then the other thing is just the medication. So every 4 hours, you're going to take the 2 ibuprofen, 1 Tylenol. You'll also have a script for something stronger that we're going to give you. That one won't have any Tylenol in it, meaning that you're taking by the clock. If you do take the narcotic, there's no Tylenol in it, so you can take it anytime. Okay, so I do that on purpose. I prescribe oxycodone. Most of my patients don't need it. Truthfully, you can fill it, not fill it. But I would say most of the patients say they take maybe 2 or 3 and that's it. But you have it there in case you need it. Okay.
And then is he going to be able to schedule too? I don't know if he'd be able to pick it up. I probably would have to go with you.
Have to do it.
So we'll give it to you now as soon as she goes in surgery, so you can go do it while she's in surgery. Okay. And then the other thing that is really key to the success is just making sure that she doesn't. Tonight she's like playing with the stitches, just tell her to stop. Sometimes I'll just
no.
Let me know how well it goes for you.
And then tomorrow you're going to come back and we'll tell you the time after tonight. Usually once the surgery's over, I'll go and put everything together, put the plan together, put everything. I get excited just thinking about it. And I'll call you, let you know where I'm at. So you might be coming in early tomorrow, but most likely if everything goes really great, it'll probably more like 2 or 3 o'clock. Okay. So
I have coffee tomorrow.
So yeah, just not hot. So
All
you,
right.
again,
I'll
if
probably
you can wait till we get the teeth in, once the teeth are in, then drinking hot coffee is not going to affect it.
Okay.
If you swell a little at that point, it's not going to hurt because the teeth are like the shoe that's like on a sprained ankle.
Okay.
It's going to act as a
Holding it
brace.
together,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
Other than that, we have all the instructions. Most of it's just common sense. You're in charge of the narcotics today, though. Okay, meaning that I don't know because you're going to be out of it. And
Yeah.
I've had good patients that where their caretaker did not do a great job, and all of a sudden I get a call from an ER doctor saying that they had too much. So you're in charge of the day. Tomorrow you're fine. You can take care of it tomorrow. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Oh, you're the one that's going to be doing all the work. I just got to lay down and what?
Because I'm good at this. Let me make sure my notes.
Oh yeah, I wrote him a list. I think that was pretty much just a shopping
That is
list and then
awesome.
everything to do when we got in the
Person too.
hotel. I was like, you need to put the ice packs in the freezer. You need to order extra pillows to the room. You need to.
He already covered the instruction. Yeah, no, I think we're good.
Good job,
He's
babe.
got this.
Glad you referenced. Yeah, appreciate it. Don't lose it.
So I'm looking at some comments here on YouTube. That's all I'm streaming on, but they said it's expensive, and as far as how you guys are able to afford it, you said did you
we
took
own
out a
our
second?
home and we basically just borrowed on
I did
it.
basically a second mortgage for the amount that we needed.
Okay.
So we did originally talk to the bank about a loan, but it was
It was like
I think
$900 a month.
no, well, it wasn't even that. I think it was like a couple grand under what we needed, and I wanted to make sure that we had stuff to cover us taking off work, us having the hotel, to make sure anesthesiologist, anything goes wrong. So we really wanted to make sure that what we were borrowing on was a nice buffer to where we were going to be okay, just because things come up. So we ended up doing it this way, and it ended up being the most affordable. And I think it was an extra $500 a month, or what we pay on it is just $500 a month, and it was already just equity that was sitting in our home.
And
so
that's probably the
seemed to
key
be
is if
easiest.
you have collateral like a house to lean against. The rate, what was the rate you guys got? I'm just, people always ask me, I never know this.
Like a 2.9. I ended up, because I had just bought my my Dodge Ram, so I went through the credit union that I bought my Ram through, because they already had like the scores and everything like that, and they were able to get like a 2.9.
Yeah, they didn't have to
interest
pull
rate.
our credit or anything again. They just took the scores they already had, and then they gave us a really good interest rate, and it was a payment we could do a month. And so $500 a month didn't seem nearly as jarring as the overall cost.
And my prophecy will be that with the confidence, the health, the benefits that you're gonna, I get tingles like that $500 will be, like, you're gonna make so much more.
Yeah.
If you want more out of life, and I guarantee you that that'll be nothing. It'll pay for itself. I always say it is an investment, and I know it's a big investment. Trust me, the amount of stress I feel to make sure that I have to hit a home run every time, especially on people I like.
Appreciate that.
Like I like you guys. Like I legit. And that's what I'm saying. When we do these conversations, I get to know people even more, and it's like it becomes so much more personal. Becky will attest. Like I care more than I should at times. And that's probably my crux at times, is that I just don't let anything go. Like I want it perfect.
He'll
I
stay
got
up all night if he has to, just to make it perfect.
the tiny details, the art, the perfection in me sometimes can destroy my health. But I keep my promises. That's
also what you're paying for, is the fact that you care and you're going to put that through. I don't want to go somewhere and get
just being
like what was my dad saying? He's like, well, if you just did an individual implant each time, and then those are only this much. And I'm like, okay, but this is like a perfectly designed smile. It is all done at once. It is like someone that actually cares. Like, to me, that's worth paying extra for than someone that's going to be like, here, bite into this apple 20 minutes after I do it. And then it's going to fail in a month and I don't care because we're done. I want someone that actually is invested. The fact that you like that people come back and do their cleanings and you guys maintain everything here, that shows that you care about the quality that you put out. To me, it's about quality. That's worth the payment. To me, that is what you're paying for. It's not, I just don't have to pay for the dentist anymore. And like I said, it's the other health issues too. This is going to help my blood pressure and my stress level and my, not being depressed anymore. Like it's going to help so many other aspects of my life. If you think about what you pay to deal with those things, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So if I get ahead of it now to where I can improve my diet, my lifestyle, and I can feel good about myself and invest in myself and stop putting myself on the back burner, then in the long run, this is going to be a very small drop in the bucket financially. So it's worth it.
Well,
It's a lot, but it's worth it.
not that you probably want to watch just because, but people were just saying how just sweet you are and how just
Oh, this
happy
is
you
live?
seem. Yeah, I haven't done a live
Become that
video
ear to
for actually
ears.
some time. This has been a little while, but I couldn't miss you. I mean, I truly just really, I love how just, you're just good people. You're sweet people, and I appreciate you. And so the pressure's on. Dr. Hunt's
Yeah.
going to step up. The team is ready to go.
I know now that
Mike
YouTube
just
people
walked
are-
in. He's
At least you picked the
getting
good
some
dentist
coffee or
for
something. I'm not
football
sure,
team.
but
Heating up some water.
thank you. I just want to say thank you for putting your trust in,
Oh,
in me and
thank
my
you.
team, and it's an honor to be able to do this. And so we'll end this and get the party started.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right.
Nervous.
Okay.
No, it's good.